Basement Bookers Podcast.
What is up? It's your boys, the Basement Bookers Podcast, coming to you hot live wherever the hell we are. This is Friday night after Friday night SmackDown. Basement Chair here, the undisputed champion of the basement. With me, as always, is the most rizzest, baldest man, Rich Deriz. Rich Deriz, welcome to the Basement Bookers Podcast. Cue applause and scene.
Thank you, bro. Well, we have apparently a few things to discuss. Jer, in our little pre-show, brought up that there were a couple of releases, maybe a quit, maybe not. I don't know. What do you got there?
I think it's just is what it is. Xia Li released, according to her own account, and Jinder Mahal also released according to his thing. So he's released with a 90-day non-compete. I'm assuming it's the same for Xia Li. Don't like to start off with people losing their jobs, but there's always somewhere to go in the year 2024. I mean, Maximum Male Models showed up in Uganda. And helped out the fellas down there defeat, I believe, the Great White. I believe was his name. I forgot. Maybe he's just
Nice.
this heel, and yeah, it was great. It's
Mhm.
it's on X there. You can find that. Maybe I'll try to put it there, but I digress.
So yeah, the silver lining is that there are a bunch of other places to work. Upset. I mean, honestly, I feel bad for Xia Li. I feel bad for Jinder. I personally am more upset about Jinder. He had a really good run on top for a while. That era of SmackDown.
Oh, when WWE got a deal and trying to get a deal in India, and they decided to put the belt on Jinder Mahal.
Well, reasons aside, I thought he did a good job as champion.
I
As
thought
well.
his music did a good job as champion, if I'm
Yeah,
honest.
his music. Yeah,
And this day goes hard.
yeah.
If you go see them, you can feel it in your feet. That guy, whoever he is that does that song, he's deaf. He's no Def Rebel. You know, he's got some real talent.
Hmm.
Like Def Rebel's getting dragged all over X. Like people are like putting up like remix themes. If like Def Rebel made it today of like older people, and it's just like something they said, and then
Hmm.
song and like weird beats and things like that.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's the joke is that Def Rebel sucks at music and that all their stuff sucks. That's the joke, which I guess you don't get. But anyway, yeah, that's it for releases. Hopefully no more today. And if there are, that they like wanted it a little bit.
Yeah. Like we said, there are plenty of places to work. I could see Jinder Mahal going to AEW. Xia Li, I mean, hopefully she lands somewhere and yeah, is
With in
successful.
regards to Jinder Mahal, I think he done all he could do here. You know, in WWE's defense, Sanga can talk.
Yeah.
Like, what do you need Jinder Mahal for to talk for them? Like,
Yeah.
Sanga's an actor; he can talk,
Yeah,
and
Veer can talk too.
yeah, I know Veer like can verbally communicate, but
Hmm.
he's not as good of a talker as the other guy. I
Hmm.
feel like he sounds more like he would be the talker. Like he when his early NXT was like this sophisticated, gentlemanly type,
Hmm.
large man. You
Hmm.
know, like he can fold napkins and tie your tie and perfectly, but then he can strangle you with his bare hand.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? That's the kind of stuff I'm looking for these days.
Yeah.
You know, a
I,
guy like that.
I felt like if anything, Jinder was loaning them sort of his credibility,
Oh
sort of
yeah,
doing.
he's incredible. He's a former WWE champion. You know, it's just, you know, sometimes you can't be the balls are too big. You
Mm,
was just a small peen. You know, when you was with the Bali boys, you
mhm.
were the big ween and they were
Right.
the little balls, you know,
Mhm.
and then the opposite don't work out too good. You know,
Mhm.
at least with one thing, you're taking care of business. The other way, you're not taking care of a lot of business. You can't work the middle because your thing's too little. You know, you're having trouble and
Mhm.
you're gonna have to move on with your life.
Hmm.
Just like we're going to move on from here, I think appropriately.
There we go.
We got next there on the docket. Red Buddy.
Next, I think is a progression of the Bloodline storyline. This, as anyone that watches the Basic Bookers podcast knows, it has been one of the, like, obviously the most prominent storyline in the company at the moment, and I still find it very compelling. Like these new little wrinkles that they're adding now. Where is Roman? We know Roman's like off at the moment,
He's
and
filming a movie.
oh, is he? What movie?
It's some kind of heist movie with, and I think Eddie Murphy's going to be in it. There's a picture floating around on Instagram from some ladies, and that's in the movie.
Hmm.
And Roman Reigns, he's like sitting on like a chair. I think he's like the heel in the movie, and he's surrounded by all these ladies. And maybe he's in like some kind of a bank vault that I'll show here, and it's pretty cool. So
Cool. Looking forward
yeah,
to that.
yeah,
But good for him, man. So now it looks like Solo is calling some shots, and Paulie is like, "Listen, like you you can't be calling these shots yet." And Tamatanga is the MFT.
yeah. I thought it was NFT. Apparently
Yeah,
not. It's frowned upon to apply that to a person.
apparently.
But look, he did it for the people. He did it for Solo when
Hmm.
he ran his car into Kevin Owens' car. I'm sorry, his rental car into Kevin Owens' rental car. And that is appropriate use of a rental car. I'm sure they got clearance for that.
Hmm.
Who knows if they're even, rental cars per se. They could be cars that they bought just to demolish.
Yeah,
You know what I
I'm.
mean?
Sounds like a not bad investment. Buy the car, destroy it, and then fix it up. It doesn't have to actually, or like not even fix it up. Just keep it in that condition and just use it like the next time you need a scene like that.
Yeah, maybe you gotta look, guys. We need a lights out match. Who do you got for me? And can we do it at NXT? Because
Mm-hmm.
it's the easiest place to get the car to.
Yeah.
And since the Don's not above disappearing people and talking about it live on TV, he can sure get rid of evidence. So maybe
Mm-hmm.
Solo can talk to him. I don't know if they have like a friendship or anything like that. Maybe they know one another. Maybe they roll in different circles because, quite frankly, it would be more fascinating to me. Because I got to tell you, Solo Sikoa is a loser. He has yet to win a match since beating John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
And where's the consequences for his losing? I've yet to see it. He sucks. And like it's like they're trying to make it like, listen, don't worry. As soon as you try to talk, they'll just boo and be very loud. So do
Mm-hmm.
what Dom does. Just do what Dom does, and then you don't have to talk because they keep yelling over you.
Yeah.
Because
It works for Dom.
he shouldn't have to raise his voice. Like he should be able to command. He should have a commanding presence,
Mm-hmm.
and he just doesn't. He's
Right.
a thug. He's just a thug, and he's trying to take over the business because the Don's not there, because
Mm-hmm.
the real king is not there. When the king is gone, when the king isn't there, the
Mm-hmm.
little fat little wannabe tough guy royal line comes in and tries to sit on the chair because there's only weak people around. No one strong like the king to keep this doughy piece of crap in line. You're going to have trouble.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have an unstable kingdom.
Yep.
When you don't listen to your wise advisors, this is going to come back to bite you.
Mm-hmm.
And what they don't realize is that the king will return, that the tribal chief will return. And when he comes back, and he will,
Mm-hmm.
Solo Sikoa is going to have a lot to answer to.
Yep.
So is Son of Haku.
Mm-hmm. The MFT. Tamatanga.
I'm not going to call him an MFT because it's stupid and I hate it. Just,
Like if they tell us that if they make up something else that it stands for, what was it? My family tree?
yeah. Is he the whole tree? Did you just because you trim some branches? Like you got like
Do we know trimming branches implies something?
I said, I mean the Don is not above publicly saying that, insinuating,
Hmm.
even though was the other guy that brought it up, but he should know better. He should
Hmm.
smarten him up. You would smarten that guy up.
Mhm.
Nonetheless,
So, looks like Jimmy's out of the bloodline at the moment, at least.
Jimmy's out on leave. Jimmy is in the hospital. He's got a thumb-shaped indentation. Like if you ever take Play-Doh,
Right there.
take the Play-Doh and you use your thumb to
Mhm.
really dig in there.
Mhm.
It looks like that right now. It looks like you're poor like I was, so you didn't have that much Play-Doh. So it's really like it's just awful.
Mhm.
So get well, Jimmy. Obviously Naomi still able to put on a decent match against Bayley, not letting what happened to her husband distract her. But then came Tiffany Stratton. Now I received comment while I was trying to enjoy this match that it wasn't great, and that there were many, many pinfalls. And I feel like for a lot of people who don't understand, I
Mhm.
understand. I feel you. But
Mhm.
I feel like my theory is both baby faces. They want to make you believe that either one of these women could have won the match. And that was stolen from them by Tiffany Stratton. See what this does, it protects the baby faces with the disqualification because both of them look really strong. The
Mhm.
heat, all the heat, it goes on to Tiffany Stratton.
Mhm.
And you need to do that with her because she's very likable, at least to me. I have a
Right.
lot of trouble. So, but she messed with Bayley, and I'm not about that. I'm a loyal person. I'm loyal to Bayley.
Mhm.
Okay, just like I'm loyal to Becky. She has to forgive me, but it was Rhea Ripley's destiny.
Mhm.
So, and Rhea Ripley's destiny is what we have to speak about in this next super awesome segue I just did. Did you agree with what I said about Bayley, Tiffany Stratton, and Naomi?
I
Did you?
agreed with every word of it.
Excellent. Great. So perfectly placed here. Now, we're led to believe that due to last week's attack by Liv Morgan,
Mhm.
that Rhea Ripley is going to be out for an undetermined amount of time.
Mhm.
So, therefore, she has to relinquish the Women's World Heavyweight Championship. She does so.
Mhm.
Arm in a sling, no tear in her eye, the pure, unadulterated anger. You could feel it emanating. And woe to whatever poor creature of the female chromosome holding that championship because a demon in their dreams has been ate and slept because Rhea Ripley is back and she's going to kill whoever it is that has what she has.
Mhm.
And I hope it's not Liv Morgan. It might be. There is speculation that there will be a new women's world champion coming soon. I don't know if it's before the draft. Is it this week that it's coming? And then there's because I know
Uh,
it's
it's this Monday. There's a is it a, it's not a battle royal. It's some multi-woman match. I don't remember
it
what they
needs to
announced it
be
as.
some. Yeah, if she's gonna win it that way, it has to
Mhm.
be something believable.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for all the live hards out there. I have something to say to you. I don't believe her as a heel. No one's afraid of her. Nia Jax exists. Nia Jax exists. As long as
Mhm.
Nia Jax exists on that roster, there's
Mhm.
no reason Liv Morgan should have that belt. I believe anybody else. And yes, you could make the argument. Well, Alexa Bliss was the champion while Nia Jax was around, but this Nia Jax is not that Nia Jax. She's been built differently.
Mhm.
So unless you're trying to just destroy her credibility, I think it's time for some nepotism. Dwayne, I need you to do me a solid, brother. Make it happen. Nia Jax, women's world champion. All
Mhm.
right. You want to get the belt off of her to Liv Morgan? I don't care how you do it. Whatever. But I don't know. What's your opinion on that?
So kind of same, right? Like in a world where Nia Jax exists, Liv Morgan is on the same show, Liv shouldn't have the belt. But if they were probably eventually working towards Liv versus Rhea for the title anyway. So it could make sense for them to give it to Liv just to, I mean, and then continue the feud once Rhea comes back later on. But like, maybe have Liv win the first round against him, or have maybe some sort of dusty finish or something. But I don't know. I feel like with the news that with the story being that Liv injured Rhea, I heard a lot of heat on Liv for her promo. So
Well, she's already a heel. I know. Like she's a heel for
yeah,
sure. That's what
so
they're selling. I definitely picked up on that.
I feel like they could make it work. I think they just need to keep Nia away from her.
She needs a heater. You know what I mean? Like a diesel, but like a woman. Somebody who's gonna have her back.
Maybe Shayna. I don't know if
Well,
she's
she's a
hurt.
little busy with Zoe Stark. Shayna's fine. We saw
Hmm.
her.
Okay.
She's good. Um, you know what? I would not mind Shayna Baszler, at least for like transition,
Yeah.
and like maybe Liv gets the belt off of her
Hmm.
through like dastardly means. Like I wouldn't mind that at all. I think Shayna Baszler deserves something like that. I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Um,
Like Shayna's doing really, really good work.
it'd be
Like
different.
her run in NXT was awesome. Her intro to the main roster, the way she dominated that elimination chamber,
It
when
went
whichever
nowhere
you're
though,
right,
right?
there was just no payoff.
That's Vince McMahon right there. It's
Hmm.
like, well, let's bring this creature, this monster in a cage and have her destroy them. And it's like, well, now what do we do? It's like,
Hmm.
oh, Ronda Rousey's here, so whatever, you
Yeah,
know?
it's the old
Like,
start stop.
yeah. Um,
So, but yeah, like she's believable and she's good. Do it.
all right, great. We solved it. Something else that was solved.
Mm,
But not really. We had a terrific, before I forget to speak about it, because we have to talk about this, the main event, Chad Gable versus Sami Zayn for the
mm-hmm.
Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
See Sami Zayn win. It looks like two gentlemen. It didn't work out too good for Chad Gable. Sammy, goes out to celebrate with his wife. And then it felt to me, have you ever seen, I don't know if you've seen the meme or a GIF, but like it's like me trying to enjoy cake. It's like a white character, like he looks like a cartoon character. He's like trying to pick up a cake, and
Mm-hmm.
behind him just comes like I don't know. It says something overnight, but it's a bigger guy, and he's gonna suplex him while he's trying to
Mm.
get his cake. It's kind of like that. It's
Okay.
kind of like he's gonna go hug his wife, and here comes Chad Gable, and
Mm-hmm.
just fucking messes, just suplexes him
Mm-hmm.
right out of his wife's arms. And just even Ricochet was like, damn, on X. He was like, damn. Even
Mm-hmm.
Charles Barkley was like, hell no, you don't let that slide. I was like, man, you
Mm-hmm.
got Charles Barkley interested?
Mm-hmm.
WWE is popping off.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I thought it's coming. It's a long time coming.
Mm-hmm.
There's rumors going around on the X that the Creed brothers may turn heel and join Chad Gable,
Hmm.
which I'm all for because this character change, there's no more Alpha Academy in its current state.
Definitely
Unless
not.
Otis gets mean, you can't. Tozawa's not going to survive there. Maxine is probably out unless they can't change her character like that.
Yeah, I think Maxine is just tagging with Ivy Nile.
Yeah, but she's still in the camp with them.
She
But
is.
but Ivy Niles with the Creed brothers. So I don't know.
Ooh, yeah, yeah, she is. Like for a while, like they weren't really, and they kind of were.
Yeah,
But
she was there at the
Ivy's.
training while they were training and stuff. And
Mhm,
Ivy Nile tweeted, like she responded to that rumor. And she's like, "Are they?"
mhm,
Question mark. Like, so I like that they play around with stuff like that.
mhm.
I would love it. Like Creed Brothers and Gable, that would be really good.
That's the new team
That's
angle.
I was just gonna say that's what that would be. and maybe even better because like those Creed brothers do crazy shit.
Yep.
They're gonna be. I'm never a fan of they're gonna be the next this or next that. It's like, yeah, it's similar, but I want to know what these guys are gonna do. Um, but it's gonna be great, and we're all there for it. Now, what do you think about the new tag team championships? I'm going to say right off the rip, this might
Hmm.
be controversial, but I think the SmackDown, the WWE Tag Team Championships blow the Raw Tag Team Championships out of the water because it's
I
basically dual World Heavyweight Championships. But,
Yeah.
like, I get the theme,
Hmm.
and I was worried. My concern was that these belts were just
Hmm.
going to be tag versions of Cody's belt and Bayley's belt.
Hmm.
But I was pleasantly surprised. They look like the old tag titles, but just gold.
Yup. I love that. I truly, truly love that. So it's the old school with meshed with the new school where it's like, yeah, but it's all gold.
It's the most. They're the most. One of some of the most beautifulest tag team titles. And I made the mistake. Actually, you know what? It made it even look better because I don't like commercials. So
Hmm.
I used my powers of skill and watched NXT while I waited.
Nice.
And I saw Axiom and Nathan Frazier hold up those toys that they
Mm.
called NXT Tag Team Championships.
Mhm.
And they remind me of when I was a kid, when I went to Madison Square Garden and they sold
Mhm.
the toy belts with the
Mhm.
foam and the plastic. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh, it's that.
Mhm.
It's that compared to those beautiful WWE Tag Team Championships.
Yeah.
Kudos to whoever decided on that.
Mhm.
It's amazing. And I like Cody's belt. I like the gold, and I like that the American Nightmare plates have the color. I think it fits him perfectly. I don't think there's a reason to go winged eagle here. I think it's fine the way it is.
Yeah.
Personally, if you
I
want
think
to
it's
make
fine.
the vintage one, fine,
Mhm.
go ahead, go off. But
Yeah.
they're gonna make an American Nightmare belt if they haven't already.
100%. Ooh, maybe they did. I think they did. It's like a limited edition thing. It's like it's like an extra $100 for it or whatever. But uh, Cody's belt and Bailey's belt, keep them with that design because that's like the standard. That's the WWE logo, so it's just that.
They're way
Then you got
better
then you got the world title on Raw and the world tag titles on Raw
than
that
the World
match up.
Women's Championship.
Right. I really like the design of these the Raw tag titles as well, the world tag titles. I like that they are sort of specialized. They're going another step in specializing them for each show rather than just, oh, it's got a blue strap, it's got a red strap. No. This
Yeah.
is right. This is showing some extra creativity
Good
beyond
bling. You have to have good bling.
right.
Look, I
Code
might be selfish, all right? I can't have them to keep changing the belt around, all right? I need it to look somewhat like the one I currently have.
Yeah.
Like, uh, settle down, people, okay? I might be a little bit selfish here, but look, come on, come on. And
Come on, I still got the scratch belt.
let's segue. Let's segue into the rumor going around. I don't know if you heard that there may be a women's Intercontinental Championship. What with NXT getting the North American Championship. Um, Look, it's not a gender thing to me. It's like the amount of women that currently wrestle on the main roster that you're going to see on each show. Do you have enough? Because are you going to have one like the women's tag titles where they go wherever the challenge is? Which is fine with me if you do it
Hmm.
that way. You can't have a women's United States championship.
Right.
That's lame. First of all, there's only one United States championship. So you'll have to make something. Like a
So
women's intercontinental championship is the only thing I can think of.
that or another way they could do it
They'll be
is
on
if
Wick. Women's intercontinental championship.
oh,
If you
that's
know, you
terrible.
know. You know.
Oh man.
It's not like I said it was going to go to
No,
the
I know.
welfare queen. Remember Glow? Remember
I do
Glow,
remember
that
Glow.
welfare queen?
Mhm. Man. So good.
Awesome
Anyway,
Kong was welfare queen.
Awesome Kong was welfare, aka Karma.
That's right.
And she was so good. She's a really good actress,
Of
I
course
think.
she is.
But anyway, another way that they could do it is they could sort of go the NXT route where they won't necessarily feature that title or the feud for that title every week, right? Just to get more women on the show, you could have like the champ and like her main contender in a match in matches one week, and then the next week you have the undercard to that title, sort of like or alternate like women's intercontinental title, women's world title, women's intercontinental title, women's world title,
I
or
just figured it
more
out.
shows. Yeah.
The Netflix championship. The women's Netflix champion. Because I was thinking about the women's USA
Hmm.
champion, but like, oh no, they're not going to be there long
Right.
enough. That might just not work out
Hmm.
too good. So, because I thought about TBS and Jade Cargill,
Hmm.
and then like that. Interesting. She could have that. Imagine they just give it to her and she just goes on an undefeated streak. She's already squashing people, you know, and that, well, she's tagging with Bianca. I really think they're going to be the women's tag team championship. I mean, yeah, they will become the women's championships.
They were all blinged out today.
Yeah. I believe Jade Cargill goes everywhere dressed like that, and that's fine, you know.
If you can do.
J- those that can do, and
Hmm.
she do
Hmm.
good. She do great. She do really great. And that's that's how I'm on that Intercontinental Championship thing for women, like you said. How you did your way was good. If they're gonna do it that way. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Um, well, we have at NXT Spring Break or Breaker Spring. Yeah, Braun Breaker officially gone from NXT. It's over. He's grown up now, and he
Mm.
don't listen to no one. Now, also, we got to talk about the A.O.P, the authors of Piss, and they're down there, and they're just messing people up. It looks like they're trying to go after two. They're trying to get two sets of tag team championships. Like they going after the NXT people. They was
Hmm.
in that like fatal something way tag team
Four way.
tomfoolery.
Hmm.
For that, remind me who won that. I forgot. It just happened.
It just happened.
It just literally just happened. I was hoping that you were like,
It was early. Where is it?
oh yeah, that's right. You watched live.
Street Profits. Pin Garza.
That's right. Now I remember. Perfect. Look, they're gonna lose, but that would suck. Like I hope they win. But I don't know. You know what? Yeah, A-Town Down Under sucks. I thought they were gonna break them up. Maybe this will lead to it. You know, the blame game.
Yeah, maybe they lose the titles and then they wait. Is that title match like next week or is it at Backlash?
I was hoping it would be at Backlash. Because if you think about it, so far the only confirmed match, I believe, I could be incorrect, is the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. Actually, two, the American
Whoa.
Nightmare, Cody Rhodes,
Hmm.
taking on AJ Styles. Two boys from Georgia facing off in France at Backlash for the first time ever.
Hmm.
Two
Yep.
Georgia
Nothing else
boys
in common
wrestled
at
in the
all,
main
right?
event. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know nothing. All right. I don't know nothing. Tony D.
Hmm.
So that them guys got that. And then you got Damian Priest, bisexual Undertaker. Don't worry, mi gente. And he's taking on the likes of main event Jay Uso.
Hmm.
Uh Damian Priest, he needs to check his emotions. He's very upset. His wrestling sister, his familia, she's out. This could
Hmm.
affect the Judgment Day.
Hmm.
They're really not getting things done. Dom was supposed to beat Andrade. You know, what happened? What
He
happened?
didn't beat him.
What's going to happen, guys? JD, he's failing. No one, no W's.
Hmm.
So I don't think the Judgment Day are long for this world. You may have seen on the Basement Bookers Facebook page that in Birmingham or over there, Birmingham, Alabama, I believe, it was a fatal four-way for the Intercontinental Championship.
Mm-hmm.
You had Gunter. What? You had Chad Gable.
What?
What? You had Sami Zayn. What?
What?
You had Finn Balor. What?
What?
Of course, Sami Zayn won, but still, what? What? That's if they're doing house shows like that, that's a banger. And
Yup.
speaking of bangers,
Mm-hmm.
shame on you, fat fucks, for trying to body shame Sheamus. You do not body shame Sheamus because Sheamus will kick your ass.
If I
You
may.
better take a
Mm-hmm.
shamrock and place it right up the keister, buddy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, go ahead.
If I may. So when
He was made to come back early.
yes, so neck injuries will often treatment is often steroids to strengthen the muscles in the neck. In order to grow muscle, you need to eat more calories. When you eat more
And yep,
calories, you're going to bulk up, both muscularly and fatually.
put
Okay?
that on a t-shirt.
Right. So, you know what? I mean, who'd you ever beat? Know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and off doesn't count. So
Right.
let me tell you what, brothers. Sheamus, we're happy to have you. I'm glad he's a face
Hmm.
for now. And Lobster Head.
Right.
It's in there.
Not for nothing. Like looking
He
at his
brought back
neck,
Lobster Head and you
he
disrespected him.
he did. His neck, like he looks good. Like he did bulk up. He did obviously work on the muscle. We know he's crazy in the gym. Anyone crapping on him for is anyone body shaming him? You're an idiot. Watch
I
his
think they just
YouTubes.
miss his smaller shorts. I think that's what it is. That's
Gotta be.
probably it. And it's all right, guys. He's coming back for you.
Hmm.
All right. With a vengeance.
Sheamus, welcome back. Glad to see you good. Can't wait to see what you do in this run.
Yeah. So Cody offered to have Jay's back, and Jay's
Mhm.
like, nah, I'm good. Strategically, I don't get that. Because, like, the Judgment Day.
Mhm.
You know full well the Judgment Day. The Bloodline used to do business with the Judgment Day.
Mhm.
You should know better, especially from being in the Bloodline. It's always good to have somebody have your back.
Mhm.
I thought maybe there was like a code word or something like, "Nah, I don't really need you to have my back," so they can think that
Mhm.
I don't have you having my back. But
Mhm.
really, no, it was just a dumb idea.
Yeah.
It's like I know you want to be the man and all that, but your strategery, you need to rework your strategery. Now, I was thinking about the women's title situation.
Mhm.
We don't know who's involved in this, do we?
No, not officially. They showed a bunch of women. I wasn't paying attention.
Becky could come back,
Mm.
and you could have Becky Lynch feuding with Liv Morgan in the interim until Rhea comes back. Because, like, I guess she was going to take time off of Becky Lynch, man. If you need her, but she could be. Well, I think Seth recently had knee surgery or something, so she might have to stay off TV to, you know,
Mhm.
watch their kid or something. So who knows? I don't know, but she could come back. I'm just saying, Charlotte Flair could come back. Andrade's there. There's a championship involved.
I want to say it's too soon for her to come back, but
She's a
it's
machine. She's
it's
built
i-
different.
it's not too soon for her to come back. I just think I don't necessarily want her back yet.
I think there's a Rhea Ripley shaped void for her to fill. At least temporarily. You know, she might have to put like a muscle suit on or something, but she's
Hmm.
got her own set of talents and skills that she can apply. Anybody who says otherwise hasn't been watching wrestling for the last decade. You know,
Facts. She is certainly credible.
listen, that she may not have money in her name, and
Hmm.
she may not request an absurd amount of money. Then again, we don't know how much she's making. You
Hmm.
know, because Sasha wanted Becky Lynch money, she wants the Charlotte Flair money, and I don't even know what that is. Oh, sorry, Monet. Monet.
Money, money.
I don't know what's going on with that, but what I do know
Mm-hmm.
is not because of AEW.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Jonathan Moxley is the IWGP Heavyweight Champion currently.
Mm-hmm.
So before we lived in a moment when no member of the Shield had gold, and then Moxley came in and said, "Nuh-uh, gold back in the Shield."
Mm-hmm.
Still controlling the business.
Was that like the first time since the breakup of the Shield that none of them had titles? Is that it?
As far as I know,
Talk about like a three-man faction that just dominates singles, right?
it's been a long time. It's actually been many years. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe when they first broke up, they didn't have any, but like
Mm-hmm.
it's not good to have belts on them when they're breaking up. But like for a
Right.
long time, has always been at least one of them. So,
I think Ambrose was US champ
well, all right then.
when
You
they
know,
broke up, maybe.
look, I don't have time to look any of that up.
Nah.
That's gonna get that's somebody else's problem.
Mhm.
Um, from what I understand, Jungle Jack Perry might be coming back to AEW sooner than later. Look, I don't care. I mean, you might, it's okay if you do. It's not a big thing for me. Congratulations to Ruby Soho and maybe Angelo Parker. I don't know if that's a real thing, but she has a bun in there. She's got a baby. She got that. She got that 9-month incubation period. You feel me? You
Mm,
know, she's on that DL for a little bit, on the DL.
mhm.
Maybe she might come back with some enhancements. It helped Maurice out a lot. So you never know what you could come back with, after all of that. So
Indeed.
yeah, but yeah, that's all I got for that. I really don't. What else you got there, buddy?
The only other thing that really stuck out in my mind, particularly from the SmackDown that we just watched, um, Carlito versus Santos, a little sloppy.
Look, I wanted to like headcanon it that like Carlito's trying not to look like he's trying to fight the guy because they're really working together or something.
Mm.
But I was kind of like wondering what maybe there's like not enough applesauce in the trailer. Maybe he didn't have like a good apple. Maybe Santos, maybe had one too many burritos from the old Legato microwave there,
Is that the same one that Eddie gave to Big Show?
maybe, we don't know who's been in or around the burrito area. Like Carlito's been doing some shady things. I don't know where he's at in life. I think honestly it might have been a rough childhood. His dad was pretty tough. He's a tough guy, running promotions in Puerto Rico where like people get attacked and sometimes eliminated from Fortnite,
Allegedly.
allegedly. I wasn't there. I wasn't alive. So it's got nothing to do with me and I don't know
Mm.
nothing. So
Right.
yeah, the draft is coming soon. Um, look for that. That's going to
Mm.
be interesting. All the people.
Yeah, what I
Like
was gonna say earlier, sorry to cut you off about
oh,
Team A Town Down Under. If the match is next week and they drop the titles, then they can easily just put them on different shows.
they could do
Because
that.
because I think both of them are so good as heels, and maybe Theory would be seems to be particularly weaker as a face than Grayson Waller.
I
Um,
I think of the two, I like Grayson Waller better as a heel.
yeah.
I don't know if Theory could be a face, but he's just there's something not gelling here. Like you beat John Cena at WrestleMania, but nothing happened.
There seems to be instances of Cena getting beat and then nothing coming of it.
Yeah, I suppose so. You know, but who knows, right? Like Anything can happen in the WWE. Okay, so I figured what with the draft coming, we could do like 3 people,
Hmm.
Raw and SmackDown, excluding the obvious. We don't have to do tag team champions. We don't have to do the title holders. I think they should stay where they are because it's going to be kind of weird.
Yeah. 3 people or 3 picks?
3 picks. It
Okay.
doesn't matter. It'll be funner
All
that
right.
way.
I'd like to see moving to SmackDown number 1, Imperium.
Okay. Fresh coat of paint.
Yeah,
That's good.
because realistically, who have they not run through in that upper mid card?
I'm going to put that on my same. So that means I only have to do 2.
Mhm. Um, maybe move Otis.
You know what? That's a great way to break that up. So you
Mhm.
would put him on SmackDown?
Yeah, because I think he's good as a face. Give him something new to do. Coming off of Alpha Academy. Um, maybe him and Suzawa.
Oh, okay. Like a pair?
Yeah, maybe move them as like part of Alpha Academy. It's a couple ways they could do that. I think like if because the Creeds aren't Alpha Academy.
No, they're just bros.
Gable's not. Ivy Nile is not officially. Maxine is. Eh. All right. Oh wait. If they all say faces, then it's just Gable, and the Creeds. Just move all of Alpha Academy.
Okay.
All right. Not Gable. Gable's not Alpha Academy anymore. But yeah, there we go.
Well, we don't know he's not Alpha Academy anymore. Just because his alignments change, we need official confirmation on that.
They can do that this Monday on Raw.
Tozawa tweeted out that he trusts his coach. So we'll see what happens.
Interesting.
Yeah. I think for Raw, I think the Bobby Profits should go to Raw. And I also have Bianca Belair to go to Raw.
Okay.
Yeah, because I think she's done there. Like, really. Like,
Well,
you don't.
it looks like. I mean, they could still do it.
Yeah,
Maybe
because
Bianca and
Jade's a
Jade
Raw
go to Raw.
character, too.
Yeah, Jade's Raw, so that would make sense then, since they're clearly on their
I
way to taking the
Did
women's tag
Jade go to
titles.
Raw or she would
No, Jade's
SmackDown?
Jade's Jade's SmackDown, but that can switch.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I want both of them on Raw.
Hmm.
Like, that would be cool. You could still do that. Take the belts off the Kabuki Warriors, have them on Raw. That would be great.
Hmm.
And
So presuming all of Alpha Academy is one pick.
AJ. Nah,
Yeah.
AJ should stay on SmackDown because Cody. So we could get more matches with Cody. I don't think that's just a one-off, unless it is. It's possible because, like, usually the overseas show, they don't really treat them like canon. You know
Hmm.
what I mean? They'll be like, except for that Io Sky Bianca Belair match, that was really good at Backlash Puerto Rico. So never mind, I take that back.
Yeah. So I still get one pick.
Yeah, go ahead. It's okay.
Randy is Raw, right?
No, he's on SmackDown. It's okay. I made a mistake with
Okay.
Jade.
It's okay.
I forgot she made like an official appearance as a SmackDown superstar like a week
Yeah.
ago or 2.
Hmm. Nikki crosses
I think she's on
Raw.
Raw, but I don't know if it
Then move
matters.
move her to SmackDown so they can do something with her.
Okay, we could do that. I was thinking Andrade
Hmm.
to SmackDown because I think he's on Raw,
He is.
and Charlotte to SmackDown also.
Okay.
That could work, right?
Hmm.
Obviously from NXT, we're thinking if Trick doesn't beat Ilya, which I don't think he won't. I
Hmm.
think he won't. He'll have to leave NXT
Oh.
because it's either he leaves NXT or he wins the NXT championship.
Hmm.
And he's coming off a victory over his buddy, Carmelo Hayes, in a cage match.
Hmm. They might give it a trick. I remember hearing that they are not bringing up Trick or Ilya yet.
Why would they make it like a point to say that he's draftable and like feature him on Raw?
I
That's
can't
just a
explain these things.
question I have. That's all. That's like if you could be right. I'm just asking a question. Like,
I think it's
why
probably
do
just
this?
it's probably like quick intro to gauge crowd reaction and just to have future B-roll footage.
Yeah. It was Shinsuke Nakamura. I mean, it's not like it was a slouch in the ring there.
Exactly.
So
Although Shin's been getting beat a lot.
yeah, Ron Breaker's a SmackDown guy already,
Hmm.
so he could stay there. Like, I would love for him to run into the Bloodline. Like,
Wow.
I mean, if you think about it, like him and Paul Heyman, you know, he might save him from Solo. That's something you could do. Solo Sikoa, Braun
Hmm.
Breaker. Oh my goodness gracious! Although they're probably trying to keep Solo heated up for Roman when Roman comes back and eventually fucks everybody up.
Hmm.
Like, there's
He's
gonna
gonna
be
come in.
like
He's like, Paul, wise man, fuck's going on here?
It's like he didn't watch that episode of SmackDown where Paul Heyman tried to call him. He's busy. He was busy doing movies, so maybe he
Yeah.
didn't even see
Hmm.
that episode. But I was gonna mention. Oh yeah, It's gonna be like blood. It's gonna be Bloodline Red and Black versus Bloodline Black and White.
Wow, wow, wow,
Uh,
wow, wow,
uh,
wow, 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 wow.
well, Rich, I think we did all that we did wrestling
I,
wise, and a great length of Basement Bookers podcast for you guys. Thank you for watching last week's WrestleMania episode. That was like 160. Like, it's really great. But if you like this episode, share it with your friends or your enemies. And we're not picky, maybe we can make them into your friends, or you are visiting upon them what you believe to be a punishment. Either way, this benefits us greatly. So if you don't mind subscribing, giving a like, and sharing with your friends, and check out patreon.com/basementbookerspod.
that's right. And yeah, give us comments below. Let us know who you think is going to get drafted in the draft. Who do you want to go where? What do you think of? What do you think is going on with this bloodline thing? What else could MFT stand for? Let us know your thoughts and ideas and hopes.
My favorite
And
toy. I stole that one just now, so no one can have it.
okay. And with that, Jared's got a party message for you.
He did it for the people. He did it for The Rock. The match of life. Solo, maybe. The match of life is scheduled for one fall. So make it count.
Do what the man says.
Follow the Bookers.